Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm Kimani. Coming up, the government of Venezuela flies in building materials to assist with Dominica's recovery efforts. Work progressing on the restoration of electricity at the Douglas Charles Airport, and the special envoy to the government of Trinidad, Sir Brian Lara, pays official visit to Dominica. Details of our headline stories and more after this. Thanks for staying with us. Dominica continues to receive assistance from regional and international governments and agencies as post-Erika recovery process continues. On Sunday, Venezuelan military landed at the Douglas Charles Airport carrying building materials in the form of petrocasa molds for the construction of 300 houses. Hilarion Jules is manager of the housing division.
This is a type of building structure that we have used in Dominica already with good reviews, and so we are happy as a nation that the government of Venezuela has elected to contribute some housing units to Dominica, the government of Dominica and the people of Dominica by extension. So we're really pleased, to have received the building materials that you saw coming out from this huge Venezuelan military plane.
Venezuela's ambassador to Dominica, His Excellency Hayden Pirela Sanchez, spoke with GIS News moments after the aircraft arrived.
Hoy este avión venezolano,
today this Venezuelan plane,
orgullosamente que representa a los países del ALBA,
proudly representing the ALBA countries,
un avión de nuestra Fuerza Armada Bolivariana,
one airplane from our Air Force,
con nuestros muchachos del ejército venezolano,
with our team from the Venezuelan Army.
Están aquí para traer estos materiales.
They are here to bring these materials.
Nosotros de verdad nos sentimos muy orgullosos.
We are really proud.
Porque así como ellos,
because like they,
nosotros aquí en Dominica,
we are here in Dominica,
estamos trabajando,
working hard,
y deseamos,
and we wish
que Dominica salga pronto
comes out
de estos embates
from this really hard situation
que lamentablemente dejó Erika.
That this Erika storm gave to the country.
Pido al pueblo dominicano,
I ask the Dominican people,
mucha fuerza,
to be strong.
Que aquí está un país,
that here is a country,
un país hermano,
a brother country,
que lo está ayudando.
That is helping you.
In other news, work is ongoing on the restoration of electricity at the Douglas Charles Airport. On Sunday, General Manager of the Dominica Air and the Seaport Authority, Binwa Badwell, provided GIS News with an update on progress made thus far.
We have the gentleman from Grenada, Mr. Fletcher Frank, who is assisting us, along with DASPER's electrical personnel. We have been turning on the lights as we go along. We've given the air traffic control full power. We've given the Met Office full power, the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority's office and its equipment full power. We then went to the customs area on the ground floor. It was rewired, and we have provided power to the customs. They also have power in terms of air-conditioned units, so we've turned that on too. We've also been able to replace on a temporary basis some of the doors that were damaged, so that in moving persons, they can have some level of control. So both from the standpoint of immigration, customs, we've also worked with Line so that they can provide back the telephone service and internet service within the airport. So I can see the tower can utilize the phones that could not be utilized before. So that's very good for us. We also now have powered the departure lounge. So if you go to the departure lounge, electricity is there. And we are moving on a unit or block by block basis with the electricians to regain electrical power to the entire building. We are going to see how we can give the airlines that comfort zone in terms of electricity. I know that the internet lines have been worked upon by the providers for the airlines, so the airlines should be back in terms of operations from electricity as well as the telephone connections. So we are doing, like I said, our utmost. We're also currently working on the water to ensure that the washrooms are fully functional, so that persons utilizing the airport can do that. So as we speak, I know they're going through the final stages in terms of doing the testings for the washrooms.
Sir Brian Lara, Special Envoy to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, paid an official visit to Dominica on Monday. The main objective of Sir Lara's visit was to see firsthand the damage caused by Tropical Storm Erica, which impacted the island on August 27th.
I come here with a message from my Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. the Honorable Keith Rowley, and by extension the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You are family, and when you suffer, we suffer, and we are here to help. We stand in solidarity with the people of Dominica during this very challenging time. We sympathize with the loss of lives, the loss of property, and the monumental damage that has been done by Tropical Storm Erica. We recognize that there are a few persons that have been, or a lot of people that have been displaced, evacuated from their villages, unable to return to their homes, if there are homes to return to. I know over the last couple of weeks that we've helped through our Air Guard in coordination with CDEMA, and we stand ready to continue that support, even bolster that support as we work alongside the rest of the regional and international partners.
Sir Lara met with the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, who gave further insight into the damage caused by Tropical Storm Erica. Honorable Skerrit also thanked Trinidad for being one of the first islands to respond to the disaster. Former Prime Minister of Trinidad, Kamla Prasad Bisasa, had assisted Dominica with 2 helicopters to facilitate access in areas that were cut off. Lara says current Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Rowley, is prepared to do even more. The Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, Francine Barron, received Lara at the Canefield Airport. Following his meeting with the Honorable Prime Minister, Lara was taken on a tour of the West Coast to get an appreciation of the damage done. GIS will bring you more on this in tomorrow's newscast. The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force continues to take action to facilitate a free flow of traffic even after the damage of bridges in and out of Roseau. Police Public Relations Officer Claude Wicks has announced the following traffic arrangements which came into effect from Monday, September 14.
1. Motorists traveling north out of the city of Roseau are advised to use the Link Road Bridge and the EC Low Black Bridge. 2. Only light vehicles exiting the city northwards will be permitted to access the West Bridge between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., 12:30 p.m. to 2:15 p.m., and from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. 3. Motorists traveling south into the city of Roseau are advised to utilize the Goodwill Link Road. 4. Motorists traveling south into the city may be diverted to the Federation Drive or the Riverside Apartment Street. 5. One-way traffic will only be permitted on the EC Low Black Bridge. I repeat, one-way traffic will only be permitted on the EC Low Black Bridge. The appropriate traffic signs will be displayed for the guidance of motorists. Motorists must adhere strictly to the foregoing.
You are watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. The Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development has announced that a number of schools will reopen following the restoration of water to these facilities. Chief Education Officer Melina Fontaine made the following announcement on Monday.
On Tuesday, tomorrow, October 15th, Temple SDA, Orion Academy, Pioneer Preparatory School, W.S. Stevens Primary School, and Tebow Primary School. On Wednesday, October 16th, Bagatelle Primary School, Delis Primary School, and Newtown Primary School. The following 16 schools will remain closed until further notice. In the West, Colibistry Primary School, Salisbury Primary School, Convent Preparatory School, Massac Primary School, Berrien Christian Academy, Roseau Primary School, and Campbell Primary School. In the Northern District, Calibishi Primary School, Collyhoe Primary School, Dubla Primary School, Woodford Hill Primary School, and Wesley Primary School. In the Southern District, Pishley Primary School. In the Eastern District, Delis Primary School and Jones Beaupier Primary School. For secondary schools, only Northeast Comprehensive School.
The Adventist Development Relief Agency, ADRA, of the Eastern Caribbean Conference of Seventh-day Adventists has joined the relief efforts for Dominica following the passing of Tropical Storm Erica. On Friday, September 11th, a donation was made to the Government of Dominica by the Director of ADRA for the Eastern Caribbean Conference, Dr. Colin Thorne.
It is a privilege for ADRA to be part of the response team here in Dominica. Usually when there is a disaster, any part of the world, the Adventist Development Relief Agency usually respond. In the Caribbean, with all the disasters that took place in the past, the Adventist Development Relief Agency always acted in accordance to its mandate. We remember the disasters in Haiti and also in St. Lucia. Our response usually is an immediate one. We seek to respond as soon as possible. So we don't usually wait till usually the air clear. We usually get in there immediately to provide whatever resources necessary. In this case, we find that financial contribution is the fastest response we could provide at this time to assist the people here in Dominica.
According to Dr. Thorne, donations to the ADRA branch in Dominica have already been made as it relates to resources and storage. The director presented a check of $34,375 EC dollars to the Honorable Minister for National Security and Immigration, Reuben Blackmore.
On behalf of the East Caribbean Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, and also in particular ADRA, we want to extend our sympathy first to those who have lost loved ones, to those who've been hurt in the process of this disaster. And we want to thank you for accepting us at this point in time. And on behalf of all of us, we want to extend to you this token in the form of a check for the people of Dominica.
Honorable Blackmore thanked ADRA for their timely donation. He assured that the funds will go a long way in Dominica's recovery efforts.
It's indeed for me a tremendous honor to receive on behalf of the people of Dominica. It's absolutely a wonderful gift and in a time of tremendous need. And let me also, on behalf of the Prime Minister, say thank you very much for your very generous gift. As we have seen in the past, ADRA has always been there for us in trying times. You were there during Hurricane David, when you were instrumental in building homes for those who were impacted at the time. For the past 2 weeks, we have been in the emergency response mood. And your contribution here today will go a long way as we transition from that moved into a more reconstruction and recovery mode.
The Minister for National Security further revealed the plans put in place for the construction of new homes with the assistance of the Eastern Caribbean Conference of Seventh-day Adventists.
Tremendous work has to be done to reconstruct houses for persons who have been displaced, more so from the Petitsavan and Jubic area. And I'm happy that with a pledge of 10 new homes, and I've been advised that those homes will be concrete, and further that you have 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms. So the standard I've been advised by the PSN housing will be consistent with what we are looking forward to.
The St. Lucia branch of UNICEF, in recognizing the plight of Dominica's youngest nationals following the passing of Tropical Storm Erica, has dispatched a 7-member team who will be on island for 10 days to conduct a psychological recovery program dubbed Return to Happiness. The team will be collaborating with the Child Abuse Prevention Unit. Coordinator of the Child Abuse Prevention Unit, Gemma Luce, explains the objective of this program.
It is a program that is aimed at bringing children back to happiness when they have gone through some form of trauma. Trauma in terms of natural disasters, war, famine, and so on. So right now in Dominica, we have been faced with Tropical Storm Erica, and the program comes in now to help children during this time. It is aimed at helping children to go through what they saw, what they have been through. We have children who have been displaced. They are no longer at their homes. They are at families' home. They are in shelters. They have seen things. They have been through this difficult time. Some of them have been rescued from the storm, from slides, from floods. And the program is all aimed at bringing them through this, helping them come to terms with what exactly happened, and in the end, bringing them back to a form of happiness. So this program would include the children doing things like songs of hope, poems, stories. There would be games for the children, but with the aim of bringing them back to happiness, hence the name Return to Happiness.
UNICEF's team member Tara Leonard is a counselor and a psychologist from St. Lucia.
Anytime there's a natural disaster in any area within the region, I guess UNICEF is informed because they know, and then we form the teams, and then we are dispatched to whichever place it is. So when we had Erica, persons were there. When we had our own hurricane in St. Lucia, persons were dispatched from Grenada, Dominica, and everywhere else to help us. So now it is our turn to help those persons in need.
The team will host the 2-hour sessions at Colibistri, Grand Bay, and the Dominica Grammar School. Leonard notes that this program is critical, as sometimes during traumatic events, children are forgotten.
It is easier for children to be able to forget, but I think they're the ones who are forgotten when we have these kinds of natural or man-made disasters, because the adults are so busy trying to make everything else stable that they forget that the children also went through the traumatic event. And it is important that at least, although they may be resilient, but at least we get them to speak about it, work on it, and if there are any other issues, do what the necessary referrals and follow-ups.
Coordinator of the Child Abuse Prevention Unit, Gemma Luce, revealed that there are plans to train locals in the delivery of this program.
After this program, it is the intention that we also train some other persons who are interested in being part of this program in the afternoon. So this is being worked on in terms of training for other persons whom have not been trained, and you're only hearing about the Return to the Happiness program right now, and you are interested in being part of this and being a trainer or an assistant facilitator. We are putting something together so towards the end of this week, so that persons can also be trained in that area.
And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson, c'est Luce. L'Office météo Dominica a échoué un communiqué, tant là pour Dominique et puis payer les Antilles. Communiqué ça là qui sorti midi jeudi, montre qu'il y a un tropical wave qui produit la pluie et puis nuage 24 pour 48 net temps. Résident en Dominique qui a resté tout pour l'occasion qui a Floride, ça c'est où là, voilà il va descendre, renflement et puis cahier qui a tombé, il aussi posé pour une précaution. Condition là mais là qu'a expecté pour pas trop haut, 24 pour 48 net temps encore et puis l'âme qui 7 pieds. En même temps, conditions bien favorables pour le développement en lot tropical wave en Central Tropical Atlantic. Il y a l'autre wave qui a formé des Afrique, ça c'est off the coast of Africa. La nouvelle organisation offre une discussion pour assister Dominique depuis Erika. Parole celle-là sortie de officier of the Dominique Cecil Chillingford.
Depuis même jour soir, Erika, moi parlé avec ma région a, nous avons déjà décidé que $50,000 américains qui viennent pour immediate, ça nous qui immediate assistance la même temps. Red Cross qui a coordonné ça. Nous. Mais nous avons still gardé l'autre place. Nous ça fait assistance. On l'autre bagaille nous fait nous potuer pétrole. Nous savons qu'on Red Cross avec l'office disaster. Yo ka aller tout partout ka ba moun manger, ka ba moun clou avec bagaille comme ça. Nous savons yo ni pour potuer diesel, yo ni pour potuer gaz pour faire ça. So ça nous fait un engagement à dans 10 station gas là yo s'en y aller avec pont gas mais il y a en limite nous mettons en limite en l'air so yo ça yo ja ça pour tuer fuel yo pour aller à différents communes.
Et puis finalement chef police Daniel Carbon qui a fait parole qui yo ka travail bien formidable pour remettre pays à de bout depuis Erika. Et des officiers police qui ont engagé Ayo depuis avant mauvais contexte là. M. Carbon aussi qui a fait parole qui est officier police qui a travaillé toute l'occasion à Dominique qui a une affaire sécurité. Chef Carbon aussi fait parole valet support you tapping hard l'autre pays, ça bien formidable. En même temps, ESP Claude Wicks déjà fait parole qui police mettait mise en place en ville Ouzo, ça fait où l'école ouverte à pas de ça. Pour contrôler le trafic en ville aux eaux. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle à créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson, c'est Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up, your tip of the day. Recent experiences with flash flooding should have all on the alert. It's true we have no control over nature, but we can be prepared to save some things in the event of a flood. Here is one tip. Protect irreplaceables. These are items of sentimental values such as photos. They should be packed in waterproof bags and put somewhere safe, ideally upstairs. No amount of insurance money can bring this back, so put them out of harm's way. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website, news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Kimani. Thanks and join us again next time for National Focus.